The latest issue of Solomiya begins with something of a reminder that it is not altogether unusual for independent magazines to die, and that's kind of to be expected. You know, at some point the people making these magazines decide that it's time to stop, and that is the end. But of course, for Solomiya, there is a much greater hazard contained within that, and that is that they would have to stop because Ukraine is defeated and Russia clamps down on any kind of activities like this. And I think that kind of insights for me is kind of the key to understanding how this latest issue is put together, because issue by issue the magazine's changed, and I think that what began as like a really defiant magazine, which honestly I found kind of exciting, although I knew it was a weird thing to find a magazine about war exciting. That then changed with the second issue after a year of war to something which was much more I guess weary and tired after a year of war. And I think with this third one we're seeing a magazine which is kind of beginning to contemplate the idea of its own end, and there's almost kind of a desperation to this issue to trying to understand what's going on. And so, I mean, as ever, it reflects a whole range of perspectives on the war. This is the center spread, and it's a Ukrainian artist called Margarita Polovinko, who uses her own blood in her paintings to kind of depict images of contemporary Ukraine. So obviously incredibly visceral, kind of like there's real pain in evidence on the page. But then there's also this set of photographs by the photographer Maxim Dondiuk, and then there's a long interview with him as well, which is really interesting in terms of expressing how do you communicate the reality of war to an audience. I really, really hope that this is not the last issue of Solomiya, just like I really hope that there's a positive conclusion to all of this coming soon.